Peace, 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 family. Boy, Treetop Chris checking in, and welcome to Treetop Finance, where we talk about everything finance as well as wealth building strategies and credit funding. Today, we're going to talk about 5 ways you can build credit without a credit card. Yes, without a credit card. Hopefully, this helps everyone out there. I know it definitely helped me in the beginning, but let's get to it. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about some personal loans. So today we're going to talk about secured personal loans. So secured personal loans, they have unsecured personal loans. And all that means is that for a secured personal loan, you're going to give them some money, they're going to give you the same amount back, basically saying, "Hey, if you run off on the plug and take the money, then we have your money for us to be safe." And this is the best way for you and the bank to build some trust, especially with these two banks that I'm going to talk about after I kind of give you the spiel or the introduction to personal loans. Just know that with these two personal loan options, you'll be able to put money in, take most of your money out, and even though you have most of your money in your hand, it'll still show the full amount of money that you deposited. So basically, if you put $1,000 in, right? They're going to give you $1,000 loan. Immediately after they give you $1,000 loan, you're going to give them $900 back. And what's going to happen is they're going to fund you back your $900, but it's still going to show $1,000 loan. Let me repeat that. You're going to give them $1,000. They're going to give you $1,000. When you get your 1,000, you're going to give them 900 back. Then you only owe $100 left, but it shows a full $1,000 loan. So you'll end up putting the remaining balance over 6 months, 12 months, however long it takes you to pay them back, that $100. So it just helps you tremendously to do it in this way. So you won't have your money locked up for all that time, or for however long you set up the loan. So we usually tell people to set up the loans for 6 months or more. That way you can get the best reporting. And because the payments are going to be super, super, stupid low, because you put all of your money back in, and the amount of money that is left is such a small amount, it's just going to benefit you so much more. So let's get into 2 examples of personal loan, secure personal loan banks. Okay, so first things first, the tried and true Navy Federal Credit Union. Everybody's heard of Navy Federal. If you haven't, you've been living under a rock. They're one of the biggest credit unions in the country right now, and they always give you the best financial products, some of the best financial products. I've found some better at other places, but over the lifespan of this channel, you'll learn about other options. But today, we're going to talk about secure personal loans with Navy Federal Credit Union. So what you got to do, you're just going to go to NavyFederal.org. You're going to go over here to personal loans, personal home improvement loans. Get access to the money you need. You're going to scroll down. You got some personal expense loans. You got some home improvement loans. Remember, these are all different types of either unsecured or secured loans. Debt consolidation loans, savings secured loans, certificate secured loans. But this is the one we want right here, the savings secured loan. But it's not going to necessarily be called the savings and secured loans. You're going to end up calling this number right here, which is a 188 842 6328. You're going to call Navy Federal and you're going to ask them for a pledge loan. The pledge loan kind of works the same way that this savings secured loan does, but in the sense of you don't necessarily have a savings account. If you have a savings account with credit with Navy Federal, you can use the savings secured loan. But if you don't have an account, either way, you can call them and ask them for the pledge loan. So basically, what you'll do is you'll say, "Hey, Navy Federal, I want to set up a pledge loan for $500." Now, remember, the larger the amount that you put in, the larger the amount that will show paid off on your credit. So if you got your tax money, you got $5,000 on it. Remember, the way that we do it, we don't leave all of our money in the bank. If we're putting in 5,000, we're putting in 4,800. As soon as they give us the 5,000 back, so we only have $200 to spend to complete a $5,000 loan transaction. Let's scale it down a little bit. So if we put in $1,000, they gave us $1,000. We would give them $900 back, and then pay off the $100 for however long the life of the loan is. Like if you see right here, it says 61 to 180 months, or this one is up to 60 months. So they're looking around 5 years. You can do it for 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, 3 years, however long you want it to be. But remember, the longer the loan, the more on-time payments you create. So call Navy Federal, ask them for a pledge loan, and then say you want to put a certain amount down and say, hey, once I make my payments, do you reimburse the account? And they'll say yes. So when you put your money in, they give you your money back. That's Navy Federal. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, so the second bank that you're going to use is going to be PenFed Credit Union. PenFed Credit Union is not as good as Navy Federal when it comes to giving those large limits like people talk about. Of course, we'll cover in a later video, but they do give you the same ability to do something similar to the pledge loan. For whereas though when you deposit your funds, you can pay back the majority of your funds, and they'll credit those funds back to your account immediately. So you're talking about putting $1,000 in, getting rewarded $1,000 in credit, paying $900 back in cash, and then getting your $900 back into your account. But you still be responsible for $100 to complete the transaction over at least 12 months. Because I think for PenFed, their lowest term is 12 months, if I'm not mistaken here. So these are different reasons. The reasons really don't matter. What you can always do is call them and try to see if they have any credit builder type loans. They don't usually broadcast a lot of this stuff because they don't want to focus on people who are building credit or trying to take advantage of the type of things that we're doing. So let's just check your rate really quickly just so we can see how long their loan terms is. Because I know with Navy Federal, I think the shortest term that you can get with them is 6 months. 12 months with these guys. So just remember, we're putting in our money for 12 months, but we're going to take most of our money out as soon as we put it in there. So you got Navy Federal, you got PenFed. Remember, put your money in. When they give you your money back, pay 90% of it. They're going to give you that 90% back, and then you're going to spread out the remaining 10% over the life of the loan. If you want it to be 12 months, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, however long you want it to be, as soon as you put that money in, you're going to get that money back. And this is the play. So let's go on to the second way to make money. Well, not make money, but to get credit without a credit card. Okay, so your third route is going to be credit builder loans. So builder loans are just fancy secured personal loans, but they're through companies that aren't big banks. And some of them you've actually heard. I'm going to give you 3 examples of some places that give you good credit builder loans after I explain it to you. But it's pretty straightforward. You're going to give them a certain amount of money, or some of them is going to basically make it for where as though you're locked in for a certain amount of deposits. And after you deposit that certain amount, they'll give you all of your money back. So say they'll break it down like this. If you give us $50 a month, in 12 months, we'll give you all your money back minus a set fee. Or basically, you give us $500, and then over time you can pay $500, and we'll give you $1,000 at the end of that time frame. It's pretty cool. It's really good for people who don't have good credit, or you coming back from a bankruptcy or anything like that. But here are some examples. All right, so first on our list of credit builder loans is going to be self. It used to be self lender, now it's just self. Build credit, build dreams. Ready for takeoff. Customers who make on-time payments can see an average score bump of 49 points, which is love. They have apps on both Apple and Android. There's 2 ways that you can build credit: by saving. Remember, I talked about you put the money in with them over time, and then eventually they give you your money back every time you pay them. They report it to the credit bureaus, but now they also allow you to pay your rent and get credit for that. We're actually going to talk about some other places that do that same thing in our next part of this video. They tell you how it works. Basically, you apply for credit builder account, you pay off your credit builder account in a specific amount of time. Each on-time monthly payment builds credit history and adds to your savings, and then at the end it unlocks your savings. Basically what I said. Let's look at this video real quick. We're not going to watch the whole thing, but let's see if it's entertaining.
The Self-Credit Builder account is an installment loan that enables people to build positive payment history and save money. The best part, you don't need a credit score to get started. And as you pay the Credit Builder account, your payment history is reported to all 3 major credit bureaus. At the end, you've established credit history, and the money in your account unlocks and comes back to you, minus interest and fees. Self. Build credit, save money, do it yourself.
That was a quick credit video, but It had some great features. No hard credit checks, automatic payments, track your credit scores, reports to all three, and cancel anytime. It's seen on Forbes, etc. But that's just one of the credit builder accounts. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, so this next credit builder account is called Credit Strong. CreditStrong.com. This website is actually a monster because they allow you to build credit on both the personal and the business side. For my business owners, this is very important. CreditStrong.com. Let's get into it. Multiple ways to save. They'll allow you to make revolving credit and as well as installment loans. And then you can do extra large loans. Now they're like Self, but much bigger. Let's get into what they have to offer. So here's the revolving loan instantly builds revolving credit. No monthly payment required. May immediately boost your score by decreasing your utilization. Can be combined with install and CS Max to boost. Well, that's cool right here. So you can put them all together, all three of these. Let's see some of these plans for the installment loans. All right, so $28 a month. You get 1110. And this is basically what they end up giving you back at the end of these loan processes, depending on your monthly payments amount. That's what they're going to report to the credit scores. I mean, to the credit bureaus. Um, Let's see, install accounts can positively impact factors that determine your 90% of your score. How it works: open an installment account in just minutes, no hard credit pull. On your credit profile, accounts are FDIC insured. That's nice. Pick your plan, choose to build credit over 24, 36, or 48 months. So there's no 12-month option, no 6-month option. They just want you to go in straight for 2 years. With a payment that fits your budget. Make on-time payments and build positive credit history, free FICO score. They give you a credit score along the way. That's tough. Unlock savings when the account is paid off or closed. Cancel anytime without penalty or keep open. Now, one thing I didn't touch on about Self Lender. Self Lender actually turns your the amount of money that you paid in the credit builder account into a credit card if you want. I don't think Credit Strong does the same thing. Um, let's go back to the revolving, see how that works. Build revolving credit without a credit card. Introducing the ultimate tool to building revolving credit, optimize your account or utilization. Open your revolve account, takes only minutes. 500 revolving credit account is reported to the three credit bureaus. Now, I'm thinking that they're creating the $500 revolving credit account, but they're not physically giving you the $500. Now, add a monthly savings commitment, which is optional. Add monthly payments to increase your credit line and optimize utilization. 100% of monthly payments build savings. So again, they're not giving you the $500 to spend. It's like a savings account, but they're showing it as a revolving account. Grow your credit, savings, and optimize utilization. Every payment builds your payment history. Make 3 on-time payments in a row and will increase your credit limits by 100 up to 1,000, improving utilization. Revolve is not a credit card. Revolve works like a digital credit card with 0% interest. Revolve can only be used to advance funds into a locked deposit account, which you can access after a period of time. So I take back what I said about Self Lender. Where Self Lender is the only one out of these that will give you a credit card at the end. So it's looking to me that Credit Strong will actually do the exact same thing. The monthly payments savings amount you set is your monthly payment, and 100% of your monthly payment builds your savings. There is no interest expense. So I guess eventually they'll unlock the credit line and they'll give it to you. But as of right now, it's going to be $100 yearly subscription fee, which is not bad, and you can change that later. Let's look at the CS Max. When you have the cash but not the credit, this is for my ballers out there. You got a bunch of cash and you don't have any credit, so you're trying to build it. They report up to $25,000 of installment credit to the three credit bureaus. CS Max maximizes the amount of credit that is not designed to build savings. Apply for the account in just minutes. No hard credit check. Pick your plan. Make on-time payments and build credit history. Cancel anytime. Let's see what we got here. Credit. You want to apply for a larger personal loan. You want to apply for credit cards with higher limits. Remember, the higher your paid off limit, the higher you can request later. So that's Credit Strong. Now let's look at the last of the credit builder loans. And these are all some super contenders. So it all depends on what really resonates with you. This is moneyline.com, similar to Credit Strong and Self Lender. You can go in there and they'll build you out some credit accounts. But the difference with Moneyline, they have a lot more products. They basically allow you to do your taxes through their services. They teach you a little ways to manage your finances. They got mobile banking, they got debit cards, they got credit cards, they got a lot of stuff. So you get paid up to 2 days early. What? That's crazy. Moving money is insane, and shaking your phone for rewards. Unlock the full power with the money at Money Better. Financial offers, of course, they're going to offer you different credit cards. We're not taking them. We're trying to build credit right now, so we're going to chill on that. Um, Cash when you need it. Voila, instant cash, man. That's crazy. They're just going to give you money for nothing. Building credit is easy at last with the benefits like helping you build and monitor credit. The Credit Builder Plus membership makes you feel like a money MVP. And they also allow you to invest, which is pretty cool. But let's go and look at this start building, see what they have. Get funds while you save and build credit. Whether you need to establish a credit history or rebuild your credit, Credit Builder Plus helps you get there while you save. No hard credit check. Remember, all three of these are no hard credit check, people. And unlike other credit building programs, Credit Builder Plus gives you access to a portion of your loan funds right away. Better get a credit builder loan, money, monitor your credit, track your progress, get 0% APR instant crash, get more for your money, earn Lion's share cash back, earn rewards up to $20 a month by using the Moneyline app or Roar Money. This is crazy. They actually upgraded this 10 times over since I've looked at it. Take control of your budget while building credit. They have a lot, man. They got some great reviews. They're on Trustpilot. How does it work? You apply for a loan up to 1,000 with no credit check. Pay off the loan over 12 months. 12 months, not bad. Not 3 years, not 2 years. Build credit history with on-time payments, and then you get all of your money back once you've made all of the payments. And you can track your credit score while you do it. So Credit Strong, Self Lender, and Moneyline, they all give you the view into your credit report throughout the entire process. They all have apps. Let's do it together.
Let's get to green together. Building your credit is easier than you think with Credit Builder Plus. Open an account to get a $500 loan. Then get your loan.
$500 loan, get your money.
While the rest of it's held in your credit reserve account.
Okay.
Which unlocks once you pay off the loan. Make payments on time to build a positive payment history.
Basically everything we said, but that's Moneyline and the last of the credit builder loans. Let's get into these rent reporting apps. Okay, so third on our list is going to be rent reporting agencies. So basically, they have websites and companies that will report your rent payments to the credit bureaus. Now, that could be Equifax, Experian, or TransUnion, or two of them, or one of them. It depends on the company. Of course, I got some examples for you guys. If you stay tuned, thank you for everybody who stayed for the entire video up until this point. I got a secret at the end of the video that I didn't talk about. Remember, I gave you 5. I got 6 for you if you stay to the end of the video. But here are some rent reporting websites for you to check out. Okay, so first on the list for rent reporting companies is going to be Rent Reporters. Very straightforward. Basically, you build credit by reporting your rent. Let us help you build and improve your credit so you can jumpstart your financial future. Your on-time rent payments are not automatically factored in your credit score. Everybody knows this. I mean, I had plenty of people been renting their whole life and they've never seen on their credit report. After adding a rent to your credit file, our customers see an average of 40 points in 10 days. Now, they only report to Equifax and TransUnion. Remember, so that excludes Experian. Just keep that in mind. How does it work? Our registration process is simple and takes just a few minutes. Provide some basic information about you and your landlord, and you are on your way to a better score. So we verify your rental history. Did you know you can add up to 4 years of past rent payments? Can you think about that for a second? If you have no credit history and you've been renting for the past 4 years, all of those on-time payments go over to your credit. Of course, again, they only report to Equifax and TransUnion. Let your rent do the work and watch your credit score improve. Use your credit score to create a life that you want to explore your new financial opportunities. Will this mean getting rid of that prepaid cell phone plan? Damn, prepaid cell phone plans. I don't have one of those. I pay monthly. Qualifying for a lower interest rate credit card. We all need that. Getting that job you really want. You sometimes won't be able to get a good job if you have bad credit, or buying that dream home. Everybody wants a house. Some people want to rent. I wouldn't say everybody wants a house. Let's look at the pricing. All right, deal to do today when you get the Smart Pay. I don't know how long this deal is going to last, but there it is. So you pay a $94.95 setup fee if you didn't have this uh, promo code right here. Make 3 monthly payments of $31.65 plus a subscription fee of $9.95 once your rent is history is verified. So basically, you would pay this amount, um, or you can use this and you can pay three. I don't know. This is confusing. So am I not paying or am I paying? But either way, it's good to have because if you're just getting started, you got to take what you can get. So we got a monthly payment at $9.95, 3 payments of $31.65, or you have an annual payment fee, 3 monthly payments, the same thing, but instead you'll be paying $7.95 instead of $9.95. So with the annual plan, you pay everything up front. Monthly plan, you pay it that way. So you got the monthly reporting, financial literacy resources, expedited reporting, the rent check. You got spouses and roommates can sign up for a discounted fee, so everybody in the house is getting their credit prepared or adding to their credit account when you go rent report is pretty cool. But it's pretty straightforward. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, so second and last on our list from credit reporting is actually a company by Self Lender. This is actually called Level Credit, and they do something a little bit different than Rent Reporter. So you can add your rent for sure, but you can also report cell phone and utility payments to your score. Nice. So basically, what happens is you're paying your cell phone bill on time, you're paying your utility bills on time, and you're paying your rent. All three of those are getting reported to your credit. I don't really know anything else out here that does that. How to build credit using your bills. Connect your bank account, sign up and log in securely to your bank account. We'll find your bills, your rent, cell phone, electric, water, and gas payments. Whoo. Your credit score grows, adding those payments to your credit profile as a new account. There's actually a link in my profile for Level Credit. We actually partner with them. How does Level Credit work? Let's give it a try, see what the video says.
Want to build your credit score? We've got you covered. Right now, your score is built by debt, personal loans, credit cards, and auto loans. But you're more than just debt. Level Credit solved that problem. By securely logging into your bank account, you can add your cell phone, water, gas, and electric bills and your rent payment to your credit score with the major credit bureaus. You can even add up to 2 years of past payments, perfect for when you want to build your score fast.
That's nice.
So add more to your score. Get the credit you deserve with Level Credit.
Okay. So you can add up to 2 years. So with rent reporters, they allow you to do up to 4 years with just the rent. So with Level Credit, you get the last 2 years of all of these. So it's not a no brainer, but you see the differences. You can go and do your own research to basically see what's more for you. And they only report to TransUnion. That's another thing. So Rent Reporters reports to Equifax and TransUnion. Level Credit reports to TransUnion. So it's still good. You still get all of these, and it's $6.95 a month. It's not expensive. Bundle 24 months of payments, includes rent for straightforward cost. So to get the full 2 years, you need to pay $50, which is not bad. Reporting my rent boosted my credit score, which in turn helped me and my wife with auto refinance and saved us over $8,000. So that's Level Credit. Again, the link to the Level Credit is going to be in my bio. Let's go on to the next building credit without a credit card option. All right, so number 4 on our list is a debit card that reports your debit card purchases as credit purchases to the credit bureaus. Well, it's a little bit more complicated than that, but basically, like, you'll spend the money that you already have or you're going to get through direct deposit or you have sitting in your bank. It's going to look like a credit transaction, but at the same time, you still had the money and you're just paying it back. So it's basically taking the responsibility off of you to pay everything back by just buying it and paying it immediately back. And it's a debit card that does this. Very, very cool, man. Let's check it out. Okay, so last on our list for ways to build credit without a credit card is Extra.app. It's a fintech company that basically allows you to use a debit card as a credit card. I kind of talked about this earlier in the video, but here's the website. Let's get into it. Debit that builds credit. Extra is the first debit card that helps build credit and earn rewards, no credit checks. Now, again, all of the options that I've given you today are no hard credit checks. So you're not going to take a hit in order to get these accounts set up, except for I think the two personal secured personal loans. All of the other options, they don't give you hard credit checks. Start building credit with your daily purchases. Extra is not a credit card. Extra is the first debit card that builds credit at the end of every month. Extra totals up all of your purchases and payments and reports them to the credit bureaus to build your credit. Earn rewards, 1% on all your purchases. You connect your bank account. How does it work? Sign up by connecting your bank account, and we give you a spending limit, spend power, based on your bank balance and other factors with no hard credit check. The more purchases you make with credit with extra, the more chances you have to increase your spend power. When you swipe the extra card, we spot you for that purchase and automatically pay ourselves back the next business day. At the end of the month, we total up all the transactions and report them to the credit bureaus as credit-worthy payments. So let's go over that really quickly again. So basically, if you spend $15 on a meal, Extra's going to front the bill because they know you have the money in your bank account. When you charge it, $15 comes out of the credit account, and then the very next day it comes out of your debit account. So basically, instead of a normal credit card where they wait to the end of the month to allow you to make the payment, they take their payment immediately the next day, allowing you to build credit over time without having the hassle of owing the back a bunch of money. It's just like you're using a debit card, except the money comes out the very next day. Of course, the cost of having bad credit, I mean, you're not getting 11% with a 600 down. What's the differences between a secured card? We got some different differences here. Differences between a debit card. You can pause this and check these out. And then, tried and true credit card, up to 17%. Some credit cards go up to 25 and 28%. So it gets out of hand. Here's some plans. The credit building account by itself is just $20 a month. You don't get any rewards. You don't get access to extra reward store. Of course, if you get rewards, you need somewhere to spend them. So, of course, you're not going to get access to the store. But for $25, the extra $5, you get the whole kit and caboodle. Of course, if you pay annually, it's always cheaper. And that's it, man, for the extra card. So there you have it. Okay, so last but not least, remember, I had 5 for you. I got a 6th one for all the people that stayed throughout this entire video. But this 5th one is authorized users. Yes, authorized users for people who don't have a credit card, but want to build some credit history. So basically what happens is you'll go out and you'll get added to someone's account. Remember, there are specific things that you have to remember when you go for an authorized user account or a authorized user trade line or a trade line service. So basically what happens is you'll put your social security number and your information on someone else's account. You don't want the credit card from them. Make sure when you talk to your friends and family, if you don't go to the website that I'm going to give you after I finish explaining this, if you go to friends and family, say, look, I want to get on your credit account. If it's really old, and do you keep? Now these are questions that you ask them. How old is the credit account? If you don't have any credit at all, you could take something that's a year or something like that. But if you have credit or a little bit of credit, you want the oldest account you can possibly get. If you're a young person, you just started with the credit game, you got to be 18 and up to really get credit history. But if you're an older person, you can look back and say, how many years ago was it since I was 18? And you want all of those years on a credit account, right? So if you can get 5, 10, 15 years on a credit card that somebody has, and you can hop on that card, that's going to help your credit history tremendously. It's going to make your credit skyrocket. But besides that, if you're able to do something like that, you want to always make sure, if you can, you want a credit account that's at least 5 years old, if you're not too young for that. And you want someone who keeps their credit limit under 10% at all times. If they can keep it at 0 and 1%, that's gravy. That's the best ones you can find. But I'll give you an example of a place where you can buy trade lines and you can see how many years old they are, how big the limit is. That's another thing. So once you get on someone else's trade line, you want to make sure it's old, it's barely used as far as utilization, and it has a high credit limit. Because basically you're going to absorb all of those data attributes onto your credit profile, and it's going to make your credit go up tremendously. Now, remember, authorized users are secondary trade lines. They're not primary. So you want to have a mix of primaries and secondaries when it comes to building a proper credit profile. You want to have at least 2 to 3 installment accounts, personal loans. You want to have at least 2 to 3 primary accounts. That's accounts that you have directly with banks, credit cards directly with banks. Authorized users, you can have maybe 2 or 3 of those. If you have all of that combined, you're talking about a great credit profile. Now, You can basically get past without having all of that, but you'll start to get denied once you get too heavy on your hand. When you start applying for a bunch of different cards, they're going to say, hey, you don't have that many accounts. How can we be sure that you're going to take care of these accounts as needed? But don't worry about that stuff. So authorized user trade lines. Here's an example of a website where you can buy them. Check it out. Okay, so one of the best websites and best services in the industry of trade lines, the tried and true trade line supply company. That's tradelinesupply.com. I personally use these people to help my clients and people in my business, my industry, people, friends, and family. You can buy trade lines here. You can sell your own. You can even help sell the trade lines that they have already on the website for a small percentage of the profits. But for the people that are watching this video who are trying to build credit, let's see how you go about shopping for trade lines. I don't think too many people are doing this on the web right now. Sorry if this page is kind of slow. You could pause here, and check out this package deal if you want, because we're going to get into the meat and potatoes. Here is some of the accounts that they have now. Very important. If you have a credit freeze on your or fraud alert on your credit, you won't be able to use this website because it won't post. Now, they won't give you a refund if they find out that you have a credit freeze or a fraud alert on your credit. So be very, very wary of that. Now, you look at this as a bunch of mumbo jumbo. What we need to pay attention to is the date that it opened and the credit limit, right? Date that it opened, the date the trade line was open, and the credit limit. So what I like to do, I like to start it with the oldest first. Remember, you want to go back to the time when you were 18 years old, however many years that was ago. If you're before this earliest date and time, you're in the money. You can use any of these moving forward, but if you were less than 18 and 99, then you can't use this. Now look at this right here, 1999, $40,000 credit limit. That's a very, very old account. All of that credit history, all of this credit history will go on your report. 23 years and 7 months, right? So usually they only report for a certain amount of time. So if you purchase it by the 16th, then it'll report between the 27th and the 4th. Okay. Um, Keep in mind that they usually only report for about 60 days. So let's go back here again. Let our page sort. Go back to the oldest first. And we just scroll down here. It'll tell you the prices on the side, on the right. That'll give you different prices for different amounts. So smaller amounts, of course, going to be cheaper. Older accounts sometimes are more expensive, and so on and so forth. But the newer the account, of course, the cheaper it is sometimes, but normally that's how it is. So say if you just have you just want a high limit card, so you'll get this trade line, even though it's new, it has a $21,000 limit. So if they know that you can maintain that amount, they'll give you something close to it. Tradelinesupply.com. If you need any more info, please click the link in my bio, and we can get you going. Okay, so if you stayed through the video this entire time, I got one last way to help you with your finances. It can be used to help build credit if you're smart, or if you're pretty creative, but it's really a way to help smash out debt, and that's through family lending. So basically, you get your closest relatives together. Usually, this works best if you got people inside of your household. If you live on your own, you can use a significant other. But every single month, you put up $50. Each person puts up $50, and every month, depending on whose month it falls on, all of the $50 payments go to one person. So if you're the type of person that needs to build up credit, right, you can go and make a purchase or do a personal loan, and then you can use the $50 that you have and the $50 that they have and the $50 that that person has. You got $150 to make the payments for that month, and then every other month you make the normal payments. But on your month, where you're supposed to get the money from the lending circle, because this is what it is, it's a lending circle, you use those funds to make extra payments on your personal loans to the point where you pay it off 10 times faster. You do the same thing with your family. Now you build trust, and this is another way that you can do it in a way whereas though you're not using all of your funds, and it can really help you get closer with your family and friends financially. If anything in this video was helpful for you, please like, share, and subscribe. Again, it's your boy Treetop Chris checking in. Peace and love.